we can do a real quick review for Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. It's almost like every movie he come out with, you got to say his name before it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But
because I wasn't gonna watch it till he said, "Oh, but Zack Snyder made it." I was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah,
I give it a gander.
So for the uninitiated, Zack Snyder went to Disney to present a Star Wars movie, which was Rebel Moon, but it was kind of like more geared towards a rated R type movie, and so they passed on it. And so instead of him just scrapping the whole script, he got a contract with Netflix, and they just pretty much like gave him the whole truck full of, just gave him the bank, like, here you go, just do whatever you want. He's like, I'm just gonna make Rebel Moon my own universe then. And so he got like, I think he already did the 2 movies. He's just not gonna release the second one till April. And he has like prequels coming out, a video game coming out, and animated series based on. So it's like a whole giant universe he's trying to create of his own. And he finally released the first one, part 1, A Child of Fire, today, Thursday at 7 p.m. on Netflix. And we all got to watch it. I don't think Stacks got to finish it though. You got like 30 minutes left. Yeah. You mind if we?
Nah, you good.
Oh, we won't spoil it. We'll just talk about how we feel about it. Okay. As you know, Zack Snyder is pretty damn famous when it comes to as of late with his release of the Snyder Cut, and he has like a huge fan base just based off that Justice League movie. And I was a part of the people that wanted that to come out. I really wanted to see that because what happened with the situation, the unfortunate situation with him and him not being able to do the original Justice League, and they bringing in Josh Whedon to make the Josh Whedon Justice League was absolutely terrible. But being over to see him, based off all the fans, come in and just keep asking and begging for this movie to be released, and the studio pretty much caving in like, fuck it, we just gonna let them do it and finish it. And it was probably the best movie out of the DC EU that ever came out. Just even though it's 4 hours long.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was gonna say. That's the only problem I have with it.
Yeah, but you can definitely watch it in parts and make it seem like
definitely cut a lot of the like. I always go back to this, but that part when Aquaman dove into the ocean and that lady just started singing, I'm they could have cut this out. Like, we didn't need that.
But we've been anticipating his next project, and Rebel Moon was that. And I believe he brought Ray Fisher to do that. That played Cyborg. He brought him back for this film as like somebody that he fuck with, because he kind of got screwed over by the studio too, and kind of got blackballed a little bit. Nobody was trying to hire him, but Zack Snyder hired him for this. But so going into this, knowing it was like a Star Wars type of movie, you can for sure see the connections there, because it's like 3 or 4 scenes that directly correlate with Star Wars, like shit that actually happened in Star Wars. And I know Star Wars is based off the old Japanese film. I think it's the 13 Samurai.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's like,
also Dune.
Yeah, for sure. Dune and 13 Samurai. And he took heavy influence from that. And like I said, the influence is there. I will give this to Zack Snyder. He is a visionary when it comes to directing.
Yeah.
Everything always looks absolutely beautiful. There's a creature in here. I think it's a griffin. Unbelievable. Looks unbelievable. All the CGI didn't actually work. It was some parts of the main character. I forget her name already. Is it like Kara? I forget, something like that. But when she's on this particular planet, it looked like a painting, almost like an actual painting. Like the background looked like it was. I peeped that. Yeah, so I don't know if that was on purpose.
It was like it was probably like the Saturn. It was like a planet.
It was like a big giant Saturn behind her. Yeah. So that kind of threw me off. But other than that, I will say when it came to the action, he is still that boy. Because I don't even know if she got it like that, but he made it look like she had it like that. Yeah, there was a few scenes she was going absolutely crazy, and you know what comes with Zack Snyder? A bunch of slow motion, and he was killing it. I mean, it's clean, bro. It's not overused. He uses it in the right places.
Yep.
And I fuck with it.
I think that first, like, oh no, we're not supposed to know spoilers. Huh?
Would you?
Well, I just say I like how, like, when he was introducing her, like, she's like deciding like, all right, let me go ahead and help.
Yeah,
I like how it just wasn't like her diving right back in it. Like she kind of had to shake the rust off.
Oh,
I thought that was
super realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like chef's kiss.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because typically they be like, oh, somebody come out. It'd be like how John Wick or like if the Equalizer come out, they just straight into it. Just
oh no, yeah, she was ready to.
She kind of had to shake the rust off.
Yeah.
I liked that about. I thought that was a
we
dope
talked
way
about
to go
that
about
during the movie. That was much appreciated how they handled that. How they, because like I said, she's the main character and she has skills. And watching the movie, you'll see why she has skills because of her backstory. They reveal some things and kind of like with the first 30 minutes. But the basic story is she has to come up and find a group of people to help her fight off this empire. I'm gonna go ahead and call them the empire because that's basically what they are.
They basically was space Nazis.
Yeah, exactly. And
that bro really looks like Hitler.
Yeah, he did. We called him
Hitler Jr.
Yeah, we kept calling him Hitler Jr. But she has to go from planet to planet and find put together a ragtag team of rebels, and everybody has their own special thing about them.
Yep.
And this was probably the funnest part of the movie, of her going to these different planets and going recruiting and seeing the different creatures and aliens that Zack Snyder was able to come up with. It definitely reminded me of Star Wars. I believe this was still PG-13. It was just more violent. It was because he's actually going to release the R version, because you see how he was slamming. It was a couple of scenes where they kind of cut away from the immediate violence, and it wasn't like a lot of blood. It was blood, but he's going to release a cut where you see all that. Like you see somebody's head possibly getting smashed in.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, so it's crazy that they didn't release that part. You know what I mean? I wish they would have. Or had it simultaneous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know how long they're gonna have to wait for the Snyder cut of Rebel Moon. But yeah, for me, all in all, like I said, putting together the team and seeing just the different creatures and different designs, the spaceships, the science that he was able to come up with, is very unique. There's a couple of things that happen with this Nazi Junior dude that he has to go through. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. The weaponry.
I'm still not fully sure about like what his deal is. Like, you know
I got you. I'm pretty sure it might go more into depth with that.
Kind of left that a little ambiguous.
Yeah, because he not all what he looks like might not be what he seems. I'll say that.
I ain't gonna. Well, he definitely did some freaky like. I was like, bro, you was a freak.
It got pretty wild with that. Like every character, that bar scene was absolutely hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
And that was ripped out of the cantina scene in Star Wars, and it's just y'all see it when y'all see it. It had us cracking up.
It had me dying,
pretty sure. Bruh, oh man,
scene?
I wish we could talk about spoilers because it was so funny.
It reminded me of that. Like I told you, reminded me of that Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah, the jelly bean, the jelly bean man episode.
Morty, bro.
Scrape. Damn, bro. Now I gotta bleep that.
Blank it out.
I'll bleep it. But yeah, man,
it was crazy, bro.
It had some.
Crying.
I don't know if it was intentionally funny.
Was towards the big.
Yes. So it was the first place they went. They went to that bar and found that dude or whatever, and they got into that fight in the bar. That ugly dude.
Oh, yeah,
he was wilding when bro was going out. But like I said, we don't want to get into spoilers.
Talk about taking no for it, not taking no for an answer, bro.
Oh man. But if like I said, I was actually pretty pleased with the movie. I didn't absolutely. I was surprised.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But my bad. Am I tripping, or is the robot's voice? Is that
Anthony Hawkins?
Hannibal?
My man, good job, Anthony Hawkins. I told you. Yeah,
I know that voice.
There's a robot in here that's voiced by Anthony Hawkins. That's a good sell right there.
They already sold how saucy he about to be.
What you think, Al?
I'm fine with it. Like, like it was a good movie. It wasn't bad. I didn't have any like real gripes about it. The main actress in the movie, she was good, real good. Like some of her like more supposed to be like, I guess enthused. Like
serious scenes
when she was like angry. It didn't hit for me.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
I can see that.
what I did like about the movie is it wasn't predictable. Like it was like kind of like it leads you down this way, then go right real quick.
Yeah. Facts.
The CGI was okay, like he said. They used a lot of practical effects, which I liked.
Yeah, facts.
You know
they did something with them horses that was pretty dope.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that. That's how I feel about their swords.
Yeah, there's a shout out because this in the trailer. You seen it in the trailer.
I thought theirs was more practical.
Yeah, they have their own version of the lightsabers in here, and I actually appreciated it because it was just different enough for me to be like, I'll fuck with that.
Yeah, it's definitely heavy influence, like he said, on Star Wars. I seen some different influences too. I felt like I seen a Blue Beetle shot in there. I feel like I seen a couple Harry Potter shots in there. I feel like it was heavily influenced by other movies.
It reminded me of Riddick a lot.
I thought those big horse things kind of remind me of those big horses that was in the first Avatar.
Oh yeah, did you connect the hair? Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, giant horses.
Yeah.
But yeah, this definitely had a real big Riddick vibe. If you guys seen the Chronicles of Riddick, they have these bad guys. I forgot what they call, but they are like very religious based, and the terminology they use is yeah. I guess like I said, it's religion based, and I got that vibe or whatever, and I'm like. This definitely bringing back memories of that, and I wonder if he was kind of influenced by that because that was something about the Riddick movie that was kind of dope.
Definitely, it was calling like all the leaders' father and like all that type of like stuff.
Yeah, okay, all right.
You gonna rate it?
I guess I think it's time to rate it. I guess we can rate it. Stacks, you didn't finish it.
Half.
Huh?
I mean,
you only got like 30 minutes left.
I know that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can still rate it because I still got a feeling about where I'm at.
Yeah, so this is just a part one. Remember, they filmed both part one and part two at the same time. So part two is coming out in a few months. Okay. So it ends. It definitely. So this is what I like. It ended that story. So it's gonna lead into the next story. Like it ended the arc. It didn't live on like a crazy cliffhanger.
Okay,
but there's like shit to grab onto at the end. But like I said, the story of what they wanted to do in part one is complete. So I fuck with that. So I'll go ahead and give it a I'll say for now, real dope movie. 7 point. I'll go 7.9. Really close to the 8. Really close because it's just right there. Because like I said, I'm there with it. It did seem a little bit. I don't want to use the word generic, but I just want to see a little bit more. I want to see what he does with the full story. I want to see how crazy he can get with it. So, but as an intro to the universe, 7.9.
Okay, I respect that. I'm gonna go with real dope too. I'm gonna give it a 7. Just a couple of parts I wasn't hidden from me. It was good. It wasn't bad. Like I would watch it maybe again like later down the line.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna watch the second part. So real dope movie. Like I said, just she was a good actress. Don't get me wrong. But it's just a couple of scenes where I was like, I didn't see it.
That one particular scene, I noticed it too.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
But I kind of like that she's not your typical like pretty girl.
No, fact. No, she don't get me like she's dope.
She's like, definitely the hero.
Like she's like like Letty in Fast and Furious. Like she can be sexy and then she can be grit. And it's like it worked. Like
for sure. Like, it's just for Al. It might have been multiple scenes, but it was just one scene in particular that she tried to get like hub. I'm like, no, don't do that. Just be how you was. Like, just you can get your point across by how you was already doing it. Like she had her moments like that actually really worked. So I'm pretty sure like it when you'll see it. It's coming up. You didn't see it yet, but it stands out. Like okay.
Yeah, it's like they should have had some music playing or something because it's like
or loud. Yeah.
It just didn't hit for me.
Facts.
Like you said, the CGI too was like hit or miss, kind of.
It worked. It worked. It was just like those planet scenes. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. I'm gonna watch it again. Like some movie theaters have it released. It's not a lot. It's some, But I want to watch it on like on a bigger screen just to see. Maybe I'm tripping, but yeah.
The creativity was awesome though. Like
the
way he
the world building is fire.
The world building is fire, and also just the characters that he created. Like that one when he had the tentacle around bruh neck, bruh.
Oh yeah, there was like an alien that was controlling somebody to talk.
That shit was creepy.
That was dope.
Bro.
That was hella dope.
So like that was tight.
That gave me reference from that came from Alien.
Yeah, I know. Independence Day.
That
Yeah,
for surely came from
Facts.
Independence Day.
Yeah. What you want to rate it, Stacks?
I'll give it 7. Real dope movie.
Oh, okay, you right there with us.
Oh yeah, facts. Because I just feel like we can't really. I mean, where we're at right now for part 1, I'll definitely watch part 1 again.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. I'm definitely gonna watch part 2. So I'll give it, like you said, I'll give it a 7, a high 7 at that, or a 7.5. Because, like I said, it got
decent.
me. I thought it was gonna be kind of corny. You know how sometimes when something is too close, like, oh, we know it's gonna be Star Wars, like, so you got this expectation in your head because like we grew up on Star Wars.
Yeah,
like,
that shit is too hard to top, bro.
But I like the way they went. Like I said, I like the way they went with it. Like I like how it started off. Like she wasn't able just to go full force back into what she needed to do. Like I said,
I took your time with it.
I like that. So I mean, they kind of did a little different approach. And like I said, I like that she wasn't like Princess Leia. She's like your typical beauty queen. Like you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Same thing even with Rey. Like you know what I'm saying. She's a cookie cutter for like you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like, I like how
you explain that.
I like how they went a different route with it. Like you know what I'm saying. She can be cute, but at the same time, like I can't really picture Rey or Princess Leia being like grit or like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, Kai got it. She got it. That actress, I gotta look it up and see what else I seen her in, but she definitely be out here.